Well, my dears, it's been a busy night. It has been one of a lot of revelations. But the one subject now with the word B-A-D, bad. Bad, 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 bad. Bad, a lot of bad news. Now, on the television, what we see is the bad conduct behavior of students that are in college. When you go to college, you're supposed to be a student that has a form of politeness, courtesy, because you're supposed to be smart. A lot of people can't go to college. The one requisite that's supposed to be is intelligence and the capability of attaining a degree that you're seeking, far superior to a child or a young kid that just graduates from high school but doesn't have the mental capacity or the IQ that they claim you need before you're accepted into a college. But lately on the television, we're looking at these colleges with these hundreds, thousands of students. Instead of class, they're out there barnstorming and cussing and ramping and raving and declaring that this one reporter was there and he wanted to question someone, and this young man says, "Get out of here, you get out of here." Then comes this little lady, I say that with parenthesis, lady, a two-bit nobody, comes up there screaming and pointing at him, "Get out of here, get out of here," and she's accusing him and cursing at him. Then when he says lady, and I could hear him because I couldn't see him, she decides to run over and tell some people, "Come over here." She's like a stormtrooper. "Let's get this guy out of here." This is a teacher that is supposed to be a college instructor to lecture these children that you go into hock for years so that that child could have the benefit of going to college. We're talking a debt that many can't even pay, let alone expect to pay. These are college-educated youngsters that are supposed to rule the world for us after they get out of school and after they graduate. You've got to be on something that causes you to have dementia. These punks, and as I viewed them, guess what? A lot of them were of foreign extraction. You know, I'm one. I don't look like a Spaniard. People say, "Well, you don't look like you're a Spaniard." I said, "What the hell does a Spaniard look like?" They're assuming the Hispanic that I'm supposed to look like someone that's from Mexico. I says, "You know what? I'm from the motherland, way over there in Europe." You know where Europe is? You know, when I say that, they don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But now I see these kids, they're storming and closing everything. They're not in class. If the parents are spending money on these nobodies that are there with getting an opportunity to have an education, that a lot of kids that have the brains but they don't have the finance to go, you're going to have this kind of an attitude to kick everybody out of the class. You know what? This is a message for the millionaires, for the big guys, the big ladies that put thousands, hundreds, millions, and millions from their estate to Columbus, to Harvard, to Purdue, to Indiana, to wherever. The first thing I would do as of tomorrow morning, I'd make a call to your tax guy and say, "Cut them off. I don't want any more money going to that college. I'm not there for malcontents that are over there trying to overthrow the education of the ones that really are there to get an education, but they're the minority. Because these other guys are coming in there like stormtroopers, threatening reporters, threatening everybody to get the hell out of here. These punks that when they get out of high school, when they get out of college, they can't even find a job. The greater percent of them aren't going into a different profession. They're there for computers. They're there because they're good with computers. Well, you know what, babies? Everybody's got a computer. You got a lot of people that don't go to college and they're wizards. You got a 3-year-old little girl I saw on the television. She's a whiz with a computer. Her parents were like astounded that this little 3-year-old can do all this stuff with a computer. And now that's the big thing, ramping and raving on all the campuses, and you watch it. I don't know what channels you watch, because half of them don't show you crap. They're all in this little circle. We got to keep this American people just with control. But the one that shows you everything, who the hell's watching that one? So I'm going here to tell you, this thing in the college campuses, the first thing I will tell to all the people that contribute millions and millions and millions and millions to college foundations, cut them off. Say, I'm canceling my subscription to giving you this check and this foundation. I'm talking to my tax guy, cut them off. And when you do that, you dry up the money of these millionaires that keep these colleges, Harvard, Columbia, going. They have the power to shut it down. Then watch what these kids do. Where are they going to go? To do what? They go there to play games, screw around, get drunk, take drugs. Now it's marijuana. Yeah, we're over there. They're weeding with the marijuana. Half of them are conked out of their heads. So this idea that I was watching, and this is a subject that has to get into, if the schools and the colleges are going to be controlled by malcontents like we see there in these campuses, close it down. Let's go to one that's going to do what they're supposed to do, educate you to be the future of our country. Our country, America. Why don't they go to colleges in their own country? Get the hell out of here. Go back where you come from. I have the right to say that because I'm just the first generation of being here, and I love this country and I love what it stands for. Then you got these malcontents that come over here, and all of a sudden they're going to be Jesus Christ walking on water. Hell no. The donors and the ones that finance these colleges with millions that they write off for taxes, which under the new tax plan they're probably not going to get a write-off on it. So wise up to that one too. So in conjunction to subjects that I like to talk about, and I'm giving you a little taste of all of them, I can talk on all of them, because you know what? I read. I educated myself to read. I didn't have to go to college to be smart. Anybody could be smart as long as you're willing to read. Read. Read the newspapers. Read the books. Go to the library. Forget this computer crap that you're over here chatting and doing nothing. What's it getting you? Not a damn thing. But to watch these college kids, that the parents are going into hock that did without a lot of stuff to keep putting the money in the bank to send Johnny to college and Janie to college. And there she is, screwing around on the campus with a marijuana, puffing and puffing and puffing. And now she's telling the professors and the teachers, get out of here. We don't want you here. So who now's left to teach them? Nobody. So that's what you call throwing your money down the toilet. Just flush it. Might as well, because it's not going anywhere. It's not going to buy you a damn thing, not even a loaf of bread. So I'm a tough lady. You don't want to mess with me on subjects. You pick them, I'll be on them, because I had the luxury of being told I could be somebody. Just learn to get your knowledge out of books. I got 3 libraries in this house. Guess what? Now someone told me, well, you know, Valia, you can throw them outside because no one's going to read books. You're going to be doing it on an iPad and one of those little things that shows you you're reading. I'm seeing people reading out of them. That's what's America starting to do now. You're becoming orchestrated, my dear. You're being herded like a bunch of sheep. So take your pick. You're going to be sheared to be used like wool, or you're going to be sheared so that they eat you up and swallow you and spit you out like garbage. So, just getting started here, fat folks. I've got a lot to say. Some people may not like it. That's tough. Take a walk, because it doesn't bother me at all. Whether there are some that have this feeling of trying to say, you can't say that. No one's going to listen to you. No, they'll listen whether they want to digest what I say. That's the supposition. Anybody could listen to anything. Have you ever seen people pretend like they're listening and they're asleep and they don't care about nothing? I've seen that. They're sitting there, they're studying. Oh, look at them, he's concentrating. No, he's not. He's shutting you off and pretending and to give you a courtesy of thinking that you're paying attention. So I'll leave you with this. There's more. Stay tuned, because I got a lot to say. And as long as I've got breath and the good Lord says use your brain, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So stay tuned for whatever else comes around, because it's going to come around.